Welcome back to the second annual, 75th annual Quality Assured Films End of Year Wrap-Up with Jon and Mike.
It's hard to stay sane in times like these.
It sure is.
But through our hard work and perseverance, in 2018 we cracked completely.
I'm dead inside.
Let's take a look.
Someday it's gonna be the day they're gonna show it back to you.
Copyright alert. Holy shit.
Quality approved or quality did it. This is fucking perfection.
What are you? Blah, 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 blah.
Begin.
I can't. Anyway, we'll do. I'm fucking this up.
Whoo! Try it again. Oh, let's do it together. Ready? 1, 2, 3. You can act like a man.
And now it's time. And now it's. And now it's.
Han Solo and Chewbacca. Once again, you've made me laugh. You've made me shit my pants a little. A little like right now. What? But
The fuck words, if you will.
You fuck.
Who gives a fuck?
Fuck. Fuck you, Tom Cruise.
Yes. Stop being a piece of shit, Ernest Cline. You fucking poser.
Who the fuck would bet this in a goddamn card game?
Some dumb motherfucker. Fuck me! And now comes to the point where we are going to do the quality approved or denied.
Come join the Imperial March today and make a difference.
Quality anemone. Anemone. Just credits, like just black and then just fucking credits.
I believe in God. We go now live to Egypt.
The sequel to the prequel, which is a prequel of the original, which is a sequel to this prequel, which is a prequel to the original, but not the sequel trilogy, it's a sequel to the original.
This one.
This one.
There's plenty more of Jon and Mike when the second annual, 75th annual Quality Assured Films End of Year Wrap-Up returns. Welcome back to the second annual, 75th annual Quality Assured Films End of Year Wrap-Up with Jon and Mike.
Just want to say hi to the cast of Crazy Rich Asians. We're going to talk about your movie now.
Fantastic.
Surprise rom-com.
Yes. And a lot of people say, you know, romantic comedies, they're boring. This one was special.
Mike, I've been dating for over a year now, and I think it's about time people met my beautiful girlfriend. What about us taking an adventure east?
Like Queens?
Singapore, Colin's wedding. Don't you want to be my family?
It made me feel not exactly the same way, but sort of the way as The Big Sick did, where it was a window into a different culture that you're not familiar with.
Yeah.
Or, you know, a different life experience from your own.
Money.
1.2 million.
That's what I want.
The Nick you're dating is Nick Young?
Yeah, you guys know them or something?
Hells yeah. They're just the biggest developers in all of Singapore.
That's what I
Damn, Rachel. It's like the Asian Bachelor.
It reminded me almost of, like, remember Anthony Bourdain, you know, rest his soul. And
Oh, yeah.
He would do the Parts Unknown where he'd go over to different parts of the world and show you the foods and the parties and just the things these people would do. And it's amazing. You really feel like you're going on this journey with the main character, too.
These people aren't just rich, they're crazy rich.
Oh, you really should have told me that you're like the Prince William of Asia.
That's ridiculous. Much more of a Harry.
Michelle Yeoh.
Yes.
She was good. I always picture her as a good guy. That's the image I have of her in my mind. And in this movie, she has a heel turn and plays basically the villain.
Yeah.
This is Rachel Chu.
She just thinks you're some like unrefined banana.
No. Those are 3 fingers.
Yellow on the outside, white on the inside.
They let you feel some empathy for her. I thought it was nice to see her get to play a different kind of role. than the kind of classic hero or like older mentor to a younger character.
Right.
They kind of play with that in this movie as well. Like that actor's history, because in the plot of the movie, the main character's like looking to her for acceptance and guidance, and she won't give it to her.
Yep.
And that she's denying the audience that as well, because they know that's how you look at her as that actor. So I thought that was really interesting. I enjoyed that facet of it.
I know this much. You will never be enough.
One of the scenes that I loved a lot, and again, this goes back to what I was saying, where you feel like you're this girl that's wrapped up in this world. She has no idea that her dude is rich as fuck.
Yeah.
And then
money is just no object. Yeah.
Like they get to the airport and he's like, first class, I'll grab your bags. And she's like, oh no, we're not first class. That scene in First Class, I felt like her, where she walks in, there's like a private suite, and there's their own little bar and shit, and then she's like, are we supposed to be here right now?
Yeah.
And they keep that.
They like have their own bed on the plane.
Yeah.
These pajamas are fancier than any of my real clothes.
The architecture of Singapore was really crazy. I'd never really spent too much time like researching or looking at that before. So there were those scenes where it's like 3 skyscrapers and there's a giant boat on top of the building. I was like, what?
It was literally a journey. And even the main characters of the family, they make you care about. Like, they introduce each one in a cool way where you're like, this is the brother, this is the sister, here's the uncle.
A lesser movie might just throw a cast of side characters at you.
Right.
But in this movie, each of them is given their own motivation that you follow through in the background, and then they have their own little arc. Mm-hmm. Not everyone, but there are a couple of main ones that you get to follow as kind of like the B plot, and I enjoyed that about it. These are things I did not expect to say.
Like I never left.
I really admire you. It takes guts coming all the way over here, facing Nick's family.
Another day.
And some of that was about like the insight into this experience that I'm not familiar with, and yet felt that I could relate to.
Right.
Was the family pressure that is put upon the kids, basically, you know, the main characters.
I chose to raise a family. For me, it was a privilege. But for you, you may think it's old-fashioned.
It goes back to what you were saying about the big sick.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you have to find this type of woman. It has to be in this religion. You can't go outside of that.
Your X-Files? That's your favorite show, huh?
So it's cool to be able to, there's someone that's not familiar with that stuff, be able to get a glimpse into the everyday lives of these people.
The truth is out there.
We have to talk about the breakout hilarity from Awkwafina.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah,
Man.
who was also in Ocean's 8.
Yes.
Yes.
She was fucking hilarious.
She just stole every scene she was in.
We were inspired by the Hall of Mueller in Versailles.
And Donald Trump's bathroom.
And you meet her family, and they have like a fucking luxurious home.
Ken Jeong is there.
Yes. Which, by the way, I want to give them kudos for that, because he's hilarious, and a lot of movies overuse him, and they did use him almost the same way with that kind of humor, but they barely used him, and that worked.
Who, in their right mind? Well, I suppose if this is what you're doing, you're not in your right mind. But who would ever cheat on Astrid?
Oh. Clear
best girl of this movie. I'm available, Astrid. But I was like, there's no way. There's no fucking way.
Hi, I'm Astrid. What's your name?
Speaking about the arcs that people go through, at the end of the movie, she says, I am enough. I'm standing up for myself. I'm leaving you. And she gives her cheating husband like a dressing down and fucking leaves and walks out on his ass.
Yep.
And I was like, yeah, accountability, bitch.
It's not my job to make you feel like a man. I can't make you something you're not.
Crazy Rich Asians was cute as fuck.
Hell yeah. And that party, man, the bachelor party for the dude.
Oh my god.
In the middle of the ocean with the fucking...
He's a fucking rocket launcher.
Yeah. It was so good, man. It was so good.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
So, Crazy Rich Asians, you are approved.
If Nick chose me, he would lose his family. And if he chose his family, he might spend the rest of his life resenting you.
You nasty. You kind of nasty. You got nastier.
Quality approved.
There's plenty more of Jon and Mike when the second annual, 75th annual Quality Assured Films End of Year Wrap Up returns.